What's up, guys? Heather here, and I'm back with another reading for you. Truthfully, I didn't really feel the need to pull cards today. I've been having pretty strong channeled messages coming through, and you're probably feeling this too. I just needed a break last week after those eclipses. Truly, it was just a lot of energy moving through me, energy being processed. So you're probably feeling that eclipse energy and just needing that time to recenter. And I feel like this message needed some time to come through, even. So maybe it's just another ode that we don't need to be rushing right now, right? So I have a bunch of notes, so I'm going to just be reading them off my phone and kind of expanding on them. So you've been feeling the need to retreat and recenter your energy, maybe withdraw from everything outside of you, and recalibrate the ways that you show up in the world. Maybe the ways that you've been existing prior until, recently, as of late, maybe those ways just really weren't honoring you. They were rooted in the ego and fear and the old earth, the old ways of being. And we're being called to exist in a brand new way right now. So, pretty much, one of the biggest themes right now is healing the nervous system. Feeling safety in the body, feeling peace and centeredness in the body, which can be a challenging thing to do with not only stuff going on in your personal life, I know, but also just with the state of the world. And if you're like me, which I think you are, which is why you're drawn to these messages, you want to make the world a better place. And sometimes you feel like you're not doing that when you don't feel all love and light. But I'm here to tell you that by you feeling your shadow, by you existing in your shadow, and not letting it rule you, but not being afraid of it, not seeing it as evil, that is making the world a better place, because you're feeling your feelings and you're confronting emotions that have been stuck and stagnant within your system and maybe the collective system. It's all connected, in my opinion. And the work that we do on ourselves greatly impacts the collective. It's that unity consciousness. We are all one, we are all connected in one way or another. The external is a reflection of the internal. So the work that you do on yourself to feel safe in your nervous system, to feel safe in your body, greatly impacts the collective energy, truly. So it's actually crucial to have your subconscious and your body and nervous system on board. So for me, I feel like I've really been coming out of this period of, I used to wake up super early and meditate all the time and just spend hours trying to get my mind right, and wasn't really aware that I was really neglecting what my body needed, what my inner child needed, what my shadow needed, which isn't to be fixed, it isn't to be changed, it isn't to be prepped into some perfect feeling, love and light. It's no, sometimes it's just being where you're at, just being, and actually having less stimulation, less information, less striving and achieving, less trying, right? That is sometimes the most medicinal healing thing that we need. So if your body doesn't feel ready to receive this new reality that you're trying to create, also, this is Cusco. He loves to hang out with me. So, Cusco, come here. Come here. Hi, Coo. Say hi. This is Coo. Oh, he's busy smelling. He likes to smell things. He doesn't want to talk. He's got to smell the whole room. Sorry. But anyways, if your body doesn't feel ready to receive the new reality, then you will self-sabotage. So for me, I was trying to create all these things in my mind and experience them, but because my body didn't feel safe, right? Because my subconscious doesn't believe that I'm worthy, or it didn't believe that, then you might see trickles of things come in, but they're not actually gonna stick. They're not actually gonna anchor into your reality because you haven't integrated that energy and that the visions in your mind into your body, into the physical plane. So it's really about kind of not neglecting the mind, not at all, but more so having it be a more balanced approach of okay, I'm not just focusing on the mind, not just focusing on my thoughts. I'm actually going to dedicate more time as well to my body, to my nervous system. And you might be asking, how do I do that? Okay, so again, spend time outside. Less stimulation. Stop scrolling on your phone 24/7. And I'm a musician, I'm a DJ, I have to be on social media. So I understand, like, you gotta be connected to some degree. And I'm not saying to disconnect fully, but there needs to be balance, right? It's not about just, okay, I'm gonna leave everything behind and not do anything. It's like, no, how do we go about our daily lives, do our things that we need to do in a way that's embodied, in a way that is loving and more honoring to our nervous system, more honoring to our body, to our inner child, to our subconscious that might be feeling unsafe right now. So, it's not about escaping your reality or escaping, but it's about learning how to exist in a way that is honoring and more centered and recalibrated. And yeah, it's not an instant thing. Also, too, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I did this manifestation ritual, I did this, new moon or full moon or eclipse ritual, and I decided, and so now it has to be done, and I'm completely free. And well, I do believe that's true to a degree. This physical world is not like an instant thing, typically, and like, for instance, even people say like it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, right? So it's like, it took time and effort and energy and working through things to really get to that new state of being, to get to that outcome, if that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. I think you're getting it. But so it's like, you need support after the rituals that you do, after the eclipses, after the new moons, after the full moons. It's about, and this is a really key word, I want you to listen, integration. And integration is done in the body. It's done in the subconscious. It is not done just in the mind. The mind is where you get all the downloads, you get that new information, and then the body is where you integrate it in. You have to sit with the lessons and the experiences and the things that you're learning. And then every day, don't move on into the next spiritual lesson until you've embodied and you're integrating these lessons and these practices into your daily life, right? So, for instance, right now, we're talking about the nervous system and feeling relaxed and feeling more peaceful in our bodies. So you need to sit with this energy, you need to sit with that before you keep trying to create all these things, okay? Because they're not going to be, those creations aren't going to be rooted. And then you're just, not necessarily like wasting energy, but, it's like this urgency. It's like, oh, I need to do this. I need to be somewhere else. I should be somewhere else. And I think you're quieting that mind down, right? Or if not yet, that's what you're being called to do, or that's what's going to happen for you. Quieting down that inner critic and slowing down and not being so urgent. Society is like, well, go, succeed, get to the next level. And trust me, I understand that. And I'm really unlearning that, because it's just like, okay, so I'm going to spend my whole life just like striving to the next thing. And it's like, you'll have everything you want and everything you've been working towards, but if you don't feel that happiness, that peace within yourself, then you're not really going to embody it and experience it the way that you were dreaming of, because it's not rooted. Yeah. So, feeling safe is crucial. And again, rushing off into the next thing makes it not stick, right? So slowing down, being present. It doesn't matter if the world is going fast around you. Don't be a victim to your circumstances best you can, right? We can't control a lot of the things in our life, but we control how we respond. We control how we show up. And it is a choice to slow down. It is a choice to integrate. It is a choice to allow yourself to be bored here and there, to not push on to the next thing because you don't like where you're at. Maybe, there is something really valuable with where you're at, as hard as that might be to hear. But we're never going to be happy if we're just always trying to escape our current reality, right? And it takes time, and it takes some change of perspective. So give yourself grace. None of this is to shame you. This is all said with so much love, because I love you and you deserve a better life. Cusco's just, what are you doing over there? This morning I woke up to him just we're in my studio right now. Hi, baby. Oh, wow. We're in my studio right now, and he loves to scratch the rug when he gets excited. And I woke up this morning, my bedroom is directly under my studio, and I just heard him going ham on the carpet. Like, he was just like scrapping the F out of it, man. He's a big baby. He's a little 14-year-old man. He's so crazy. I love him. He came to work with me yesterday. Wow. Okay. Sorry, back to the reading. I just love Cusco. So, if we're overworked or overwhelmed all the time, you can't connect with the new energies that you're embodying, right? Because there's no space in your body. There's no space in your energetic field. It's all cluttered up with all that stress and anxiety and worry and, oh, I should be here, I should be doing this, right? Also, I have 4 minutes left, so if it cuts out, I'm gonna stop the video and then I'll restart it because I'll have to delete old stuff on my SD card. So, take your time to let energy move through you. It's more effective to allow these downloads and these new energies to land than it is to try and rush into the next. And again, if we're always rushing, when is there time to enjoy life? You're not here to just be a machine, to be a productive machine. That's what capitalism wants you to think, right? Because corporate America really benefits off of you running on empty and not taking time for yourself. And, you know, it doesn't mean you just gotta quit your job, but it does mean that we need to take initiative and responsibility for ourselves to find ways to relax, balance. That means saying no. That means adjusting our schedule. That means adjusting the ways that we do things, the ways that we talk to ourselves, the ways that we show up, the things that we expect of ourselves and of the world. How do you want to treat yourself? Right? How do you want to feel? That's something you should be asking yourself. Not what more can I do? It's what do I want to feel? What relationship do I want with myself? Right? Where do you want support in your life? Where do you need support? Is it with your emotions? Is it with your finances? Is it with your relationships? Maybe all of the above. You know, spend some time reflecting right now and resting and embodying, right? Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So, it's kind of funny. It's kind of synchronistic. Because at first I was like, I have to get this message out. And then I'm like, what was I just freaking talking about? Like, even my camera keeps being like, battery exhausted, even though it'll say when I turn my camera on that it has a couple bars of battery, but it's like all of a sudden the energy will deplete really fast, and then I can't even like delete stuff, so I just had to wait just for like 30 seconds or so for it to charge. And I took a drink of water, and I took a breath, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll go back in a second. But maybe you're feeling like, maybe you're feeling like you think you have all this energy and then it just goes away really fast, you know? So it is just a time to rest and take care of your body and your nervous system. You know, it doesn't mean anything's wrong. Not at all. In fact, you're just recalibrating to this new way of being. And that takes time, and it takes integration, and it means that your body needs to catch up and learn how to feel safe again in this new way of existing, in this new life you're calling in. So it's actually a really great thing, and it's a beautiful sign that what you've been calling in is working. But, you know, awakenings and stuff are not always, I might have said this in my last reading, but it's like awakenings and stuff, people think they're like, oh, so beautiful and, you know, easy, and all of a sudden you just wake up and feel enlightened. But a lot of the times it's like, no, you have to unlearn a lot of things and let go of a lot of stuff that is holding you back and blocking your vision and blocking your energy. And that means becoming aware of it, confronting it, and processing it, not bypassing it. The way that you get through it is allowing the energy to move through you. So, Take your time to let the energy move through, like I just said. It's more effective to let it land than to try and to rush on to the next, right? So, ask yourself, how is my energy feeling in every moment? Right? In every single moment. It's just moment by moment. Taking care of ourselves. I think we get tripped up when we're like, oh, 222 on my camera. I've been seeing that a lot. We get tripped up when we're like, I need to be here, or I'm only thinking about the future, or like I gotta do this, and this. But it's like, okay, we need to slow down. Be here now in this present moment. What do you need in every single micro moment at this time? That's all you need to do. That's the work. That's it. I'm serious. And that doesn't mean just abandon the things that you're doing. No. Do what you gotta do, but also let yourself off the hook for things that maybe aren't so urgent right now. Give yourself space where you can. For instance, I could have made a really healthy breakfast, but I decided I was gonna go to Wendy's because I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I've got a fun birthday party. Whatever. I got stuff I gotta do, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to freaking Wendy's, okay? I gotta chill. I need a maple bacon sandwich, no butter, potato wedge. Anyways, magician energy is what you're being called to embody, and this came very strongly through a channel yesterday for me. So, strategic focus, because if you think about the magician card in the tarot deck, if you're not familiar, feel free to look it up, but it's a magician, and it's got a little table, and it's got a bunch of tools, and he's holding up a wand. So, magicians utilize the power of their mind, their intention, their body, their energy. So I feel like what you've been doing, what I've been doing for a while is trying to just use my mind and my intention. But it's cohesive. You need all of the components, right? Think of it like baking a cake. The cake isn't going to turn out if you don't have the eggs and the flour and you just got the baking soda and the chocolate. Then you just got baking soda and chocolate and it's really not that good. You don't want that. What you really want, what's really satisfying, is all of the ingredients together, working together, making that thing really awesome, right? So that's, for lack of a better description, I hope this is making sense, but you're utilizing not only the power of your mind and your intention, but also your body and your energy and your focus. So it's like all of those together really bring in what you're trying to create. And that's the key. That's the secret sauce. That's the magic Krabby Patty secret formula. But it's not magic, though. I mean, it kind of is magic, but at the same time, like, it's just, I feel like ancient wisdom. And that's another thing. It's like ancient wisdom is wanting to be called up. And a lot of New Age spirituality, which is what me and my best friend have been talking about. Like, New Age spirituality just, like, wants you to keep growing, keep learning, consume more, which, okay, obviously keep growing and learning, but it's like never stop is what I'm trying to say. It's like never ceasing to strive and to be better and be your best self. And while I still believe, like, I am working every day to be my best self, but it's not about a number on a screen or about how many followers I have or about how successful, how many songs I get or how many listens I get on my songs, right? Like, though that is important to me and I do love that and it's so fun, that is not the end all be all. Like, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I guess I'll just let that go there. You know, that's all I needed to be said there. So it says, what else I've got in my notes is sit in silence. So I've been listening to a lot of singing bowls. I post singing bowls on my account. Go listen to them. Pick one. Use your intuition. Pick your favorite one. I also, there's plenty of people on YouTube if you don't want to do mine. Like just meditation music. You don't have to just sit in silence, but I've been listening to a lot of singing bowls. Suzanne Robin showed, if you need nervous system meditations, I can't recommend her enough. She's freaking awesome, and she has really good hypnotherapy sessions, and they're free on YouTube. I really recommend it if you're like, what type of meditation should I be doing? Suzanne Robin showed. Super fire. So, take time to be with your inner child. Don't distract yourself. It only makes you feel worse. Feelings don't go away until you witness them. And that's the thing. We are told we need to be constantly changing, growing, so we don't feel... We're told that we always need to be constantly changing and growing, So when we don't feel so happy or love and light or whatever, we think we're not doing enough. But in reality, we need to be kind to ourselves and ask ourselves what we need. Tell yourself, I'm here for you. I love you in those moments instead of you should be here. Why are you there? Imagine talking to a little kid like that. Imagine talking to somebody who's in pain, being like, why are you feeling like that? What are you doing? Do you feel how mean that is? That's what you're doing to yourself sometimes. Okay, and I'm calling you out because I get it. I can be my harshest critic, and like it just doesn't do you any favors other than make you feel worse, other than make you feel shame, guilt. Does the best version of you, does the most high, loving, happy version of you feel shame and guilt all the time? For existing, for being a human, for having emotions? Well, didn't think so, right? And I'm not shaming you. I love you. Again, sometimes you just gotta be honest. Like, that's something that I feel is very loving, is to be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people you love. I love you, and I want you to know the truth, right? Be kind to yourself. Compassion and love are the only ways to evolve through what you're going through, not through shame and guilt and pressure. There's so much pressure sometimes. And I feel like that pressure is leaving you. And sometimes it's tempting to come back, but keep letting it go. Right now, breathe with me. Take a deep breath in. Just feel, let your shoulders drop. Let your muscles relax. See and feel a wave of love, of supportive, nourishing energy coming over you, not to change or to fix how you feel, but just to support you wherever you're at. Breathe it in. You can breathe in light and see it just supporting every cell, right? Stuff like this is what you should be doing, right? Not being mean to yourself, being kind. All emotions can be safe emotions if we are safe people to ourselves. So I was listening to this video the other day, and it said it takes 90 seconds for us to actually feel an emotion and let it flow through us. The only reason why it lasts longer is if we perpetuate it with our stories. The key is to not add on to the story. Be the observer. Instead of thinking, wow, this guy's an idiot, or I suck, think, I'm feeling like this guy's an idiot, or I'm starting to think this guy's an idiot, like, I'm noticing I'm feeling that way, but that doesn't mean it's true. I'm observing that irritability, I'm observing that anger, I'm observing that sadness, but I'm not getting swept away, controlled by it. So, when those challenging emotions come up, they are a part of you who is afraid or feels like losing control or feels powerless. Soothe them. So here's a little thing I do. I imagine myself and my inner child or whatever version of me needs help, and I imagine a future version of me. So it's me, my present self, right? And then me as a future version, and me as that version in pain, no matter what age. Could be yesterday, could be when I was 3. I imagine all 3 of us together, and we're sitting at the beach, and it's just us there. And we're so safe. And my camera, I'm gonna have to delete more storage. I'm so sorry if this video pauses again and I come back. Okay, just know that I have to delete more stuff off my camera for storage. Okay. Anyways, your future self, your current self, and the version of you that's in pain, that needs assistance and love, you're all 3 together. And just see loving energy surrounding you, and just envision your future self telling you every single thing that you need to hear. I love you. I won't abandon you. I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm so here for you. I know other people may have hurt you in the past, but I won't do that to you again. I'm going to do what it takes for you to trust me again. I'm here for you every day. I won't leave you forever. It's me and you. We're here. I love you. And talk to yourself like that. It's so healing. 11:11. So yeah, you might be trying to do a bunch of energy cleanses to feel better, to get these emotions out, but really all that's signaling is that your inner child emotions are too much and it needs to be gone and you need to eradicate it. That's what you're telling yourself, your subconscious mind and your energy. Okay, hold on. Let me freaking delete more storage. Be right back. Sorry guys, you know what? That's just the energy of this freaking message. And as I pause though, I will say that I had another download come in. And it was, if other people are triggering you right now, know that it's 100% about you and what you need to learn, okay? So this is a time for you to not blame other people. Again, obviously, people are going to do hurtful stuff sometimes or stuff that's annoying. I'm not saying that it's not valid to feel how you feel, but more so, don't just put all the power onto them. Well, it's like, well, if they need to change before I feel better. No, you need to learn, take the wisdom that you can from the experience and let go of that pain, that trauma, whatever, as best and as efficiently as you can, okay? It's a time to feel things. And so if a lot of things are triggering you, or you're feeling irritable, or a lot of energy is coming up, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And just keep moving through it. Keep feeling it, okay? Let it move through you so it can cleanse out and flush out of your system. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like stuff is flushing out. So just trust where you're at. Take it slow. So your shadow has a purpose. It doesn't need to be eradicated. It's not evil. 111 on my timer. Your shadow isn't evil or bad. It's parts of you that need to be witnessed, accepted, and loved, and held with compassion. So whenever you're doing energy cleanses or energy work or spiritual work, instead of trying to change how you feel, change what you think, change, fix, offer yourself nourishing love and support for exactly where you are. And just tell yourself, I am where I am, and that's fine. And I love myself exactly where I am, and I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of peace. I am worthy of acceptance exactly where I am. And I don't need to be anywhere else to be loved or to be accepted. I can be right here, and I accept myself even if nobody else accepts me, even if nobody else understands. And the gag is nobody else can understand you but yourself, truly. We can understand certain things, universal concepts, but when it comes to the very nuanced, complexity of who you are and your life experience and why you are the way you are and why you perceive the world the way you do, you're the only one who understands that. So you have to be that person for yourself and honor yourself. 222. Again. And honor yourself, okay? So, what I do recommend doing is doing violet flame cleanses. There's really great ones. I like Melanie Beckler, I think is her name. She has really good ones. The violet flame comes from, I believe, the earth, but regardless, it's has different archangels tied to it, like Archangel Zadkiel, which has to do with transformation. It's a very powerful transmutive fire. And I'm also hearing the blue flame, which is Archangel Michael. So you could even, okay, so here's a little thing I do. Envision yourself in the golden flame, which is a golden light. That's pure life force healing energy. Then the violet flame. You can mix all three of them together. You can see them as 3 separate layers, whatever you want. So golden flame, then the violet flame over you. The violet flame transmutes, heals, restores, and cleanses any stuck or stagnant energy, okay? And then the blue flame is Archangel Michael, which is protection. This is like mental clarity. Yeah, so it's just like all 3 of those together are really powerful. They're transmutive and they can help you and your system and your energy body and your mind release this energy, especially after you're like processing and stuff. So it's not about like, the whole point of this message is it's balance within your mind and the practices you do for your mind, balance within your body and the practices you do for your body, balances for your energy and the practices you do for your energy. So it's not about just, I need to only focus on my mind, I need to only focus on my body, I need to only focus on my subconscious or my energy. It's like, no, how are ways that I can do all of those? And it doesn't have to be all at once, but it's little micro moments through your day. Okay, does my mind need help right now? Does my body need love? Does my subconscious need some reprogramming? Do I just need to be and not be stimulated right now? Like that's, and it, it's not always very clear at first, but the more that you take the time to sit with yourself and allow these answers to come through, the more that you keep elevating and moving into a more peaceful energy and state of being, because you build trust within yourself, right? The shadow is parts of ourselves that need to feel trusting within us. They need to feel safe. They need to feel secure. They need to feel like they're taken care of, like they'll be accepted, like their voice matters, right? Because if you really think about the shadow and why it feels the way that it does, right, in your situations, you'll find, oh, this kind of reminds me of how I felt when I was 7, or this kind of reminds me of something my sister said, or my best friend when I was younger, or last year when that really crazy thing happened. This kind of feels like that. So it's, Maybe there is unprocessed energy is what I'm getting. It's unprocessed energy. And again, nothing to feel shame about. And I also want to say, when you do accept these emotions and you allow them to integrate and process them and flow through you in their own time, it does cause things to change. But the key is not to do things because you want to change. That's the gag. It's like, you can't just be like, oh, well, I'm going to sit with myself and love myself, so I change, you know? That just, again, signals to your subconscious, to your inner child, that you don't actually support and love them. You're just trying to fix them. So it's kind of like a paradox. I guess it's kind of like a paradox. But if you just have that intention of like, you know what, no matter what happens today, no matter what is going on in my life, no matter where I'm at, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to accept myself. I'm going to do what I need to do to feel good, to feel safe. And that's going to be the work. That's going to be my focus. Then sooner than later, you're going to start feeling more and more peaceful, more and more relaxed. Those parts of you that have been screaming, once they get attention, just like a little kid does, once the kid feels heard, feels like their needs are being met on a consistent basis, that is when they start feeling happier and they start feeling more safe and secure, okay? Wow, lots of channels. Okay, so I did want to pull a couple cards. We got me right now. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, and karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict, right? So, guys, potent. Let's read this ish. So, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. I'm feeling this energy so heavy today. Instead, let it call even more of it home, into your body, at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways where we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how light gets in. It's exactly what I've been freaking saying. I'm tapped in, y'all. This channel has been wanting to get to you. Okay. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. It's that unbecoming, unlearning, letting go of the baggage to become even more of who we are, but who we've always been, just underneath all of the crap, right? Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. The question is, how can you let life crack you open? Let that integrate. Take a deep breath. Okay. Good job. Great job. You're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. Cusco loves you too. Cusco loves you so much. He thinks you're doing so good. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Yes. Alright. Haikus. And let's see, the last card for today, 10-10 on my clock. Let's go. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive, second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? And the question is, which relationships do you find most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through conflict? You're doing a good job, okay? Be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people. Just because you feel something strongly doesn't mean that it's truth, right? So get curious. Question the things you believe and why. And you can always make new beliefs. You can always change anytime. New boundaries, new ways of being, new ways of existing in any moment. And last thing I'll say is that this is coming through. Just notice, like if you're rushing, like if you're brushing your teeth really fast, slow down. Or if you're walking really fast, slow down. Cooking really fast, slow down. Okay, it's in these little choices, these little moments that we can really integrate slowness, rest, and peace within ourselves and within our life. Okay, it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else, and that's your superpower. And I believe in you. Leave a comment below with any advice you have for other people or your experience. I would love to hear what you're going through. I would love to get to know you more. But regardless, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you very soon.